Hello everyone, welcome to this little life update video. It has taken me so long to sit down and have some time to film this because I was kind of going down the track of, oh yeah, like I'll do my hair nice and I'll put some makeup on and I'll have like a cute little background to make everything look all nice, but I mean reality kicks in and that ain't gonna happen. So I have escaped to my garden. I thought I'd come outside because the lighting might be nice and kind to me so I don't have to do my makeup, but it's just making the dark circles under my eyes look even worse. So let's just ignore that and move right on. So first thing I want to do is say a massive hello and thank you to all of my new followers and subscribers. I am so happy to have you here on this journey with me. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Hailey. I am 26 years old. I'm a new mum. So my partner Brooke and I have a daughter named Kaya. She is adorable. And we also have a fur baby and his name is Finn. So there is no manual for this thing called parenthood. So I invite you to come along this journey with me as I find ways to create a life that works for me, my family and my lifestyle. So first of all, for all of my old followers, you'll notice that I've got a different background behind me. That is because I've actually moved house. So we all have moved up into New Plymouth. That's a town here in Taranaki in New Zealand. We are super stoked to be here. It's so much better living in town rather than in the friggin' middle of nowhere. I totally love it being in New Plymouth. So we moved because Brooke was offered a job up here in New Plymouth, and of course Kaya was getting older, so it was time for me to go back to work, and so it just made sense for us to make the move into town. So my top tip for moving with a baby is don't do it. No, I'm kidding. Do it, but honestly, my actual biggest tip is when people ask if there's anything that they can do to help, take it, accept that help, embrace it. Even if you think you've got it covered, you might think you've got it covered and maybe you do have it covered, but honestly, just be like, yep, turn up at this day, at this time, because you will find something for them to do, even if it is just entertaining your baby. Because I felt so bad for a lot of the time because we just had to put Kaya in a corner. Because we just had to put Kaya in a corner and we had to move about her and pack things and clean things, and I just felt so guilty throughout that process. We ended up having a bit of a nasty surprise in our house that we moved out of. So as we started to pull the furniture away from the walls, we actually noticed that it was really wet and really mouldy. So not only were the walls mouldy, but our furniture was actually really mouldy as well. So we ended up having to clean the furniture and clean the walls, which just added on so much time to the process. Like whenever you leave a house, we always clean a house when we move out of it, and so we did do that. Safe to say that in the end we ended up having to hire a cleaner because we cleaned the whole house, but it just wasn't good enough, so we had to hire a cleaner to come through and clean the whole house again. But in the end, I would just recommend accept that help because so many people just want to help. I also discovered that I was like a bit of a boss at backing a trailer. I'll insert some little clips. I was pretty freaking proud of myself backing in down like a long farm driveway, and then also backing in town when I had a road and other cars to actually worry about. I was able to get the trailer into the driveway nice and straight. It was pretty epic. I was super stoked. So, like I said earlier, I'm heading back to work. So I have started back at work part-time. I work at Churchwood Bridal as a bridal consultant, and I also work for Taranaki Weddings. So I started on Saturdays, going back to work on Saturdays for just one day a week, because on Saturdays Brooke was at home and so he was able to look after Kaya, and so I'm still breastfeeding her, so he would bring her into work. When she was hungry, I would feed her and then he'd take her away again. One of the other things that I had to start then looking for was a daycare. And I didn't realise actually how long it would take until I actually found a daycare that I liked, and also that there are actually wait lists when you're searching for a daycare. I mean, there's wait lists for the really good ones, of course, because everyone wants to get their child in there. So once I finally sorted out a daycare for Kaya, I've been able to pick up another couple of days during the week for work. Going back to work is just, it's quite important for me for my sanity. I like my job. I like the people, I like my boss, I like what I do, and so for my sanity it was really important to return back to work. And so it was also so important to find a daycare that I was comfortable with. Finding a daycare is like a whole nother, it's a whole nother story. Safe to say, I am super happy with the daycare that I finally chose. The last thing, which is the most exciting thing that I wanted to update you on, I am entering into the 2018 New Zealand Fitness Model Search in the Fit Mum category, and I am so excited. One of my best friends, her name is Caity Williamson. I'll insert a little stream of her Instagram account just to give you a bit of an idea of the inspiration that she gave to me. So she's been my biggest inspiration for so long. I'll leave links to her Instagram and her YouTube in the down bar. But she said to me a couple months back that I should enter into the Fit Mum category, and of course I just laughed at her because I was like, you're right, mate. But then I actually sat down and I thought, yeah, you know what, I'm gonna do it. So Caity and I sat down and we looked at nutritionists, we looked at personal trainers, we looked at inspirational people. I started following a whole heap of new people on Instagram, and we made a plan. It was really cool. So I ended up in the end contacting Raise the Bar, and I spoke to Josh, who is now my trainer. So we had a really good chat to start off with. He gave me so much information. He asked me what my goals were, what I wanted to look like, what I wanted to achieve from my body. And it was really good. We made a really good plan from there. So my 12-month goal before I had Kaya, I set this goal in November, and the competition is in October. So this goal was to look and feel better than I did before I was pregnant with Kaya. So this is like the perfect opportunity for me to smash that goal completely. Caity and I were looking at maybe me having the option of having a personal trainer for the gym and then also a nutritionalist as well. But with Josh at Raise the Bar, he's able to combine everything together. I've got a meal plan through him and my workout plan. So if I need to tweak anything, I just hit him up and he makes it work. So it's actually quite good having someone to do both, because then they know what you need to put in to get out the performance that you need. I have taken some before photos, which I will insert for you guys to see, because I'm really excited to see what my progress is like. So these photos were taken just before we moved, and I'm super excited to update you guys on my progress as I go along the way. My main motivation behind why I initially started this channel was to inspire other mums to continue to do you. I don't want women to give up after having a baby, starting to think that you can't continue to do the things that you love. You can, it just takes time, preparation, and patience, like lots of patience. All too often we feel so guilty for putting ourselves first, but in reality, by putting ourselves first once in a while, our whole family is going to benefit from that, especially when it comes to your health and fitness. So there is this saying that I live by, and my dad would tell me this all through my childhood, and I've really put that into practice since becoming a mum. And the saying is, you can do anything you want, you just have to want to do it. Thank you all so much for watching this wee little update video. If you want to stay updated in my progress, give this video a like, hit that subscribe button, and you can find me on Facebook and Instagram by searching the Hailz Life. See you soon!